PMacMovies back, finally, for a brand new haul video. I haven't really bought that much lately. I didn't do a haul video last week, but I have compiled a bunch of stuff that either I've gotten the last couple weeks, some things that were over a month ago, I think, that I just forgot to show off. Some that I'm not sure if I showed off yet. So if I did already, oh well, I'll show them again. Second time's even better, actually. It's like when you watch a movie, and it's not really that good, but you'd feel like you didn't take it all in, then you watch it again, and you're like, wow, this movie is unbelievable. That's what PMacMovies is like, so maybe I should just show the same movies off over and over again. Anywho, I do have a fair amount to show off here, including some deals that you might be able to get in on, which is always a good thing. So I did have the week off, and me and Charmy did go out shopping to some places, and it's really struck me just how going out to try to look for movies is basically a pointless experience at this point. Like it's like you're very rarely gonna find a whole lot. So there's like pawn shops that are closed down, Goodwills just pretty much get common titles for the most part. Best Buy doesn't carry anything hardly anymore. A few new releases and steel books and this and that. I don't even go into Best Buy's. Target has barely anything. You might be able to hit a clearance things, but that's very, very rare. Very, very rarely do I buy any movies in store at Target anymore. So it's tough. I mean, it ends up being if Dollar Tree has a sale, Big Lot stuff, but those are pretty minimal. So it's like, you know, it's pretty much online stuff now. I mean, you might be able to find some used stuff. You might hit something at Goodwill here and there, or maybe a flea market or a yard sale or something like that. But those are very hit or miss. Those are time consuming, where you're gonna have to search, and eventually you might find a gem, stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's tough nowadays. Movie shopping, or like if you're just, I could just go out to places with really not having anything in mind of what I would get, and I would come home with a bag full of movies. It's not like that anymore. But that's the way it is. And the reality is, PMac has plenty of movies. I don't get real disappointed with it or anything else. But I have plenty of movies to watch. But let's take a look at what I have gotten over the past few weeks. We do have a Hamilton book stack in here. First thing, we'll take a look at, Walmart's. That there's a display at Walmart's that some Walmarts have. I think it's like a cube type of thing. And it's got some complete TV series on it and things like that. It might be four-sided, I think. And I had seen this baby, Kung Fu, the complete series. I had seen this on it before, but it was like $30, maybe $35, and I was like, that's like just at the line. I'll wait and see if I can get it cheaper. And I did. I went into a Walmart. I was doing some grocery shopping actually before work a couple weeks ago, I think it was. And I was like, I'll go take a look at the movies, because I hadn't looked at the movies there in months, probably. I don't think I had been in that Walmart in months, really. And I saw this for $25, and I was like, it's 30 was right, like at the point. Now it's 25. Am I going to find it that much cheaper? I might as well go ahead and snag it. I've been thinking about getting this for years. So this is Kung Fu, the complete series. It is 62 episodes on 16 discs. I believe Warner Brothers has repackaged this. I think maybe it was like all in one set before. I'm not 100% sure, but now it's in individual cases. There was a loose disc, but that disc was fine. There's actually a couple discs in season 1 that had some scratchies on them, but with DVDs, you're going to get that. But 16 discs, I think this is a really good deal for $25. Where are we? We're on the second. I think we just are like at the end of the second disc on this, and I'm enjoying this show. It's like a Western with kung fu elements and things like that. It's not great, but I like it quite a bit. So it's mostly a Western though, but it's also set in China when Kane, the main character, is learning martial arts and whatnot. So I enjoy this show. He's learning kung fu. It's a good one. For $25, that's a beer me and a half. So I'm enjoying that one. Some other bargoons that you can get in on. If you have Redboxes near you, I'm not real big on buying just the discs, because that's what this Redbox stuff is. I prefer to have, the whole package, which I'm sure a lot of you would too. But for some newer movies, to be able to get them for about $3 is a pretty good deal. So what a lot of these are is $4, and then after you put in your credit card and everything, it'll give you the option to get another one, minus $2. So you'll be able to end up with 2 movies for $6, and a lot of these are pretty new and a lot more expensive than that. Most of them are mainstream items, so you'll be able to wait and possibly get a sale where these are around $6. Although, with what's going on with stores, I just don't know how much that's going to happen now. You really don't see many deals for real cheap other than Black Friday. I mean, Black Friday, I think you're still going to get a lot of deals, but I don't know, because part of the reason those deals were in place is because Target and Best Buy carried physical movies, but they're pretty much getting out of it. So will Black Fridays be like that anymore? I don't know. And you'll get the occasional $10 sales for these movies and things like that, but are they going to be, $5, $6, $7 anymore? Probably, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I decided to go ahead and get a bunch of these with that deal, and actually some of them actually ended up being a little bit cheaper than that. Some of these I may have shown off already, but let's take a look through and see what I got. Now, what you do need to know if you're interested in this deal is if you take advantage of the deal enough times, it will no longer give you that option. So a trick that you can do is, so say it's more than 5 times, but say you did it 5 times and now it's not giving you the $2 option anymore, but you already pay before it gives you that $2 off. What you want to do is it'll bring up your zip code thing to finish the deal after you've done your credit card and everything. And if it doesn't give you that $2 off option, you just don't put in your zip code, and something will pop up to like, do you need more time? And you put no, and then it'll cancel out the whole deal. However, I did not know that, so I did end up paying $4 for this one. Come Play on Blu-ray. So this is a pretty recent one. And it was one I was looking for in some of the Redboxes near here. They did not have it. But I did find a Redbox out in the Rochester area that had this one for the $4. And then if I would have been able to get that deal on it, it would have been down to $3 pretty much. But who knows when this is going to be on sale for cheap? You don't really know. Could be years. So it could be never. You never know. So this is actually a Focus Features one, which I didn't realize. But glad to get this for a very affordable price. And these Blu-rays are like, they're all mint or like maybe some little tiny scratchies on them. Like this one looks like it doesn't have any scratches on it. So that looks really good. Another one I got, which this has an iTunes only code. So even if this went on sale, you're not going to be able to sell the code for too much. It is Greenland here with Gerard Butler. Me and Charmy actually watched this one. It was pretty good. It's kind of like a family. Basically, there's these comets coming down to Earth and creating all this damage all over the world, and this family's trying to get to shelter. It was a good one. I enjoyed it. And again, I don't think this had any scratches on it. So another movie that's quite new, to be able to get it for $3. Yeah, it looks really good. The disc. So $3, Greenland. Then we got, this is a Lionsgate one called Fatale here. Heard pretty mostly bad reviews on this if you take a look online, but actually the cover art of it looks pretty cool, like the colors and stuff like that. So I was interested in it. $3. I mean, it's basically a rental price. This is another one that gets really bad reviews, but I was interested in it, and it hasn't come down cheap at all for the the regular release. It is Fantasy Island from Sony Pictures. This has an actress I like in it. That what the heck's her name? That Asian woman from Nikita. I can't think of her name right now, but she's good. And then one of my PMacMovies fans here, commenters, and I'll have to take a look back at who it was, mentioned this movie, The Empty Man, and that this is a Redbox exclusive DVD. Apparently, I believe there is no Blu-ray or DVD release of The Empty Man, and this is a Fox movie. This is 137 minutes. For an interesting horror movie that, I'd never heard of it. I'd only ever seen it on Redbox, So somebody had commented and said, it's a Redbox exclusive. That's the only way you can get it. And I do appreciate that, because I would not have gotten this otherwise. This is the only DVD that I've gotten out of Redbox, because my history of getting used DVDs or previously viewed DVDs, rental DVDs, is not good. You end up with a lot of scratch stuff. But I'm glad he said that, because I was able to get this, and it's in really good condition. Like, it has a couple scratchies up here, but that might even rub out, actually. I think it just rubbed out. So it pretty much has like one little scratch that didn't affect playback. I did watch the movie, and it seems overly long for this type of movie, but it was pretty solid. It's a pretty good one. And to be able to get that for $3 is a really nice bargain. Now this one too, this is a Redbox exclusive Blu-ray. It is The Seventh Day, or just, The Seventh Day here, starring Guy Pearce, who I like. Stephen Lang is also in this, but I like me some Guy Pearce. I went ahead and snagged this. Gets pretty bad reviews. Apparently, it does have a Canadian Blu-ray, but as far as US, this is the only way that you can buy the Blu-ray, it looked like, for The Seventh Day. So got that one. Another pretty new one, which I've seen, Freaky. Sometimes you just want to buy. I don't know why I got this, because I already watched the movie, and yes, if it went down to $5 or $6 brand new with the code and everything, I would definitely get it. But did I really need to get it now for $3 without the packaging and everything, since I've already seen it? I mean, I'm not going to watch it again for a while anyway. But this is one with Vince Vaughn, where he plays like a serial killer, and then his body's switched. Or they're I don't know if their souls are kind of switched. It wasn't as good. I was expecting it to be better, but it was fairly entertaining. Another one that I've seen, this one was only $3, so with the $2 off, this only ended up being $1. It is Love and Monsters here on Blu-ray. So basically, I see it as like $2.50, because the other one was $4, and then this one was $1, so it was $5 for both of them, so $2.50. But again, the disc, I believe the disc was totally mint on this one. Yeah, it's same as buying a new one, other than the sticker, which you can. There's ways of getting these stickers off. But Love and Monsters, pretty good, fun, entertaining movie. Me and Charmy enjoyed that one. And then one that I haven't seen yet. Is this on Amazon Prime? It might. Or it's on something, I think. Bill and Ted Face the Music here on Blu-ray. Another one. Did I really need to get this right away? Did I really need to get any of them right away is the question. Not really. But again, mint disc, $3. Beer Me. And I do have like a lot of Blu-ray, Eco Blu-ray cases. So I could just use those cases. And if I figure out how to print the artwork and stuff like that, I can make my own little packages for those, which If I'm motivated enough, I'll do it some point. So we got some Dollar Tree stuff. Dollar Tree. I gotta put that in the title. Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree. It brings all the movie collectors to the videos. Anyway. There's a couple things, before we get into that stuff, things that I bought a while ago and didn't show because I just forgot. I got the Maltese Falcon when it dropped to $9.99 on Amazon, a Humphrey Bogart movie, which I think I had on DVD, but I figured for $9.99 I'd go ahead and snag it. He plays a detective. Humphrey Bogart plays a detective. This is from, let's see here, 1941. It's got a few special features. 100 minutes. I beard myself. Another one that I bought a while. This was from the Target Buy Two Get One sale. I snagged this from, and it is Don't Tell a Soul here, starring Rainn Wilson from The Office, also starring Mina Suvari from the American Pie movies. This is a pretty recent one put out by Lionsgate. It does have a Slippy Dippy, and I've seen that this one is available at Walmart. I think it's $15 at Walmart. I got it for much cheaper than that. I got it for less than $10. Let's see. So we got a few Dollar Tree ones. It's possible that I showed these already. I don't know. It's Spiders, the triple feature. This had been one that people were finding in previous Dollar Tree sales, but I had not been finding it. So it's on okay. So it's got a Blu-ray and a DVD. Both the Blu-ray and DVD have all three of the movies on them. I don't expect these to be very good, but I snagged it. Spiders 3D. Another Dollar Tree one, Bel Canto. This is starring Ken Watanabe and Julianne Moore. Again, don't know much about it. Looked appealing for $1 anyway. And then one that I did have on DVD that I was hoping to find and did find. It is Final Girl on Blu-ray, starring Abigail Breslin, Alexander Ludwig, and Wes Bentley. I've seen that Alexander Ludwig in something. Oh, I remember. It was when he was like a kid. He was in that like kind of fantasy movie. Seeker, I think. The Seeker. And this has some sort of cards with it or something. So for $1, that's a beer me. Wes Bentley from, I think he's in Yellowstone and, American Beauty he's in. Let's see, we got a few other Dollar Tree. Oh, I guess those are all Dollar Tree down there. This one I wasn't really sure about, but I snagged it. It is, it's like a Saturday Night Live thing, I guess, or National Lampoon. I'm not really sure. Mr. Mike's Mondo Video. It's like comedy sketches maybe or something. The TV show that couldn't be shown on TV. Starring a lot of SNL cast members. It's 80 minutes. Haven't even opened it. I didn't know too much about it, but I snagged that one. I did get this... I don't get all the sports ones, but I did get this Green Bay Packers road to the Super Bowl there. Let's see, this is 483 minutes, so I think this goes through their whole, maybe just through the playoffs. But this is like a TV season. It's got quite a bit in it, and I actually was rooting for the Packers in that playoffs. Of course, my Bills weren't very good back then, but that was when Aaron Rodgers wasn't really a star yet, and I thought Aaron Rodgers, he's great, he's underrated. And they might even have been a wild card team. I think they won a bunch of road games that season. And then they beat Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers. Who I feel like Ben Roethlisberger didn't really play good in the Super Bowls that he was in, even though he won, I think, 2 of them. But I remember the Packers played the Falcons. I think they destroyed them in that game. I think they beat them pretty bad. And then the Packers and Bears NFC Championship game, I think... The Packers were winning that pretty easily, but then I think the Bears kind of came back and made it close, but they didn't really have a quarterback. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers was really, really good. And he still is, of course, but he was, you know, more young and upcoming when they won this Super Bowl. So that's a pretty cool one. Pretty hefty set, cool to get for $1. Of course, I'd prefer the Blu-ray. They did have some, like, World Series Blu-rays, like, they had a Patriots one like this. I don't care to watch New England Patriots Super Bowl stuff. I didn't get that. They had, like, Houston Astros, maybe a Red Sox one, some miscellaneous other things, but I didn't want most of them, but I did want the Packers. Then I got some Sam Rockwell and Blue Iguana. This is a Screen Media release. I think some people were finding the Blu-ray of this. I did not, so I snagged the DVD. Then we got some, what's this guy's name? Luke Goss. Luke Goss is pretty good, so I snagged up Crossing Point, which it seemed like got pretty good reviews for this type of movie. And this is a Canadian release, VVS Films, 90 minutes. Looks like a pretty decent action movie. We got Black Mask 2, City of Masks. I do have the first Black Mask on Blu-ray, I think. Scott Adkins is actually in this. Interesting. Tobin Bell, Tyler Mane, Scott Adkins, Rob Van Dam. Huh. The wrestler? Interesting. 101 minute. Yeah, I don't know too much about this, but that's pretty cool. It's a Sony release, so that's a pretty cool one. I'll have to watch these Black Mask movies. Is the first Black Mask with Jet Li? I'm gonna have to. I think I have it in a 2-pack. I'll have to check. I was hoping to find this. I got Itsy Bitsy, the Scream Factory release, which hasn't been out for that long. It says Itsy Bitsy 2018. The Blu-ray might have even been after that, like 2019. I feel like this is a pretty recent one. I did get the slipcover. However, I only found one copy of this, and I think it had a nice scratch. Yeah, it has like a few little light scratch. It should be fine, but they are, I don't know, you can't really see it there. Yeah, you can't see it, but there's some scratches up top. The thing is, they are the scratches going this way, which they say is worse than the scratches going like in towards the middle. So I think it'll play fine though. I remember getting some library discs, you know, just getting them from the library that were just destroyed, and they still played fine most of the time. And then I got a Shudder exclusive called Last One's Out, which I think some people were getting this with the slipcover, but the reality is that's just not that big of a deal for this one. Only 76 minutes from 2017. Looks like RLJ put this out in 2019. And this got pretty bad reviews, but it looks like it could be interesting. Last One's Out. Victims of a New V. You can't even say that word anymore. Interesting. I got a couple Goodwill ones from a few weeks ago. I had actually thought about getting these, and then I put them back, and then I ended up going the next day or whatever, and ended up I might have even showed these already. I can't remember. I got Robert Duvall in Assassination Tango. Robert Duvall's pretty good. I don't remember seeing this movie out used before, so I decided to go ahead and snag it, since it seems like it's something I wouldn't necessarily find very often. It is 1 hour and 54 minutes. I don't believe that there's a Blu-ray of this. It looks like this DVD was put out in like 2003 or so. The movie looks like it's from 2002. Executive produced by Francis Ford Coppola. Written and directed by Robert Duvall. Also starring Kathy Baker. So snag that one. $2 from Goodwill. I believe the disc was mint. You know, they used to put, yeah, it is. They used to put some care into these releases. You know, they get the you get the little insert with it, and the DVD. Like, if you got this shipped to you, it's not gonna get those dents like the. And I can even go like this on it, and nothing's gonna happen. If you did that with a Blu-ray case now, especially the Eco ones, the artwork's gonna get all banged around and stuff. And I believe this one is out of print. And it is The Lover here, put out by MGM. They're both MGM, actually. 1 hour and 55 minutes. It does have a widescreen transfer, as does this one. Again, $2. It looked like it was selling for a decent amount online. You know, maybe 15, 20 bucks, something like that. And how is the disc of this one? The disc of this one is interesting. It has a bunch of stuff on it and maybe a few light scratches, but it's pretty good. Most of the stuff on it will wipe off. Looks like somebody dusted right onto. They used it as like a, you know, when you clean the table and you know you put your counter at the end and you wipe the stuff into your hand and throw it in the garbage. Somebody was just like dusting onto their hand, onto the disc, and then put it back in there. Anyway, small order from Hamilton Book this time. Actually, the 2 Blu-rays that I got were ones from their previous. What do you want to call it? Update. They do an update every 4 weeks. There was a couple that I was interested in, but I wasn't going to place an order because the shipping is $4. I just didn't want them bad enough to pay the price plus the $4 shipping, so I waited. They were still available. And then I got 4 Asian ones that may be all out of print. It looked like some of them were a little bit more online than the others, but I do like to get these older Asian movies. Some of them I already had, but some of them I didn't. So let's take a look at the Blu-rays first. We got Pierce Brosnan and Geoffrey Rush in The Tailor of Panama. This was $5. The reviews were pretty mediocre, but it looked like a movie that I would be interested in. You know, Pierce Brosnan tends to be pretty good. Jamie Lee Curtis is also in this. Brendan Gleeson is also in this. This is a Sony release put out in 2007. It's 114 minutes. And was glad to be able to get it for a very affordable price. The Tailor of Panama. And then this one is one that I believe Scream Factory put this out. So I don't know that this is, I'm not sure if this is a Canadian, yeah, this is a Canadian release from Raven Banner. It is A Dark Song here. So the Scream Factory one, and I don't know the differences between this one and the Scream Factory one. I'll tell you that this one says that it's region free on the back. From Raven Banner Releasing.ca. The movie, a hybrid between Steven Soderbergh and James Wan, an utterly unique film. It did get very solid reviews for this sort of movie. It is 100 minutes long. It has a few special features, which are interviews. Total Film gave it 4 stars. The List gave it 4 stars. And then the kind of in capitals it says 2 Broken Souls and Unholy Alliance. So this was a pretty cool one. This one, this was $5 or $6. So a pretty good bargain if you compare it to the Scream Factory price. And this one, like I said, it's region free, and it has the Blu-ray and DVD, which I will look up the. Let me look up the Scream Factory one on Blu-ray.com and see what it says. So it's an IFC Midnight release from Scream Factory or Shout Factory. This isn't a Scream Factory. It looks like it's just a Shout Factory, but it's like $16 on Amazon. And Blu-ray.com gives the movie 4 stars. So interesting and I'll take a look more into this if I can, about like what the difference is between this Raven Banner one and the Scream Factory, but I don't know offhand, so I'll have to take a look further into that. But it was definitely more affordable. And then we have 4 DVDs. These are all, if you like martial arts movies, these are a bargain. Because like I said, they are, I think they're out of print based on some of the prices of them on Amazon, but I could be wrong. A couple of them had slipcovers. Let's take a look at those. I do have the One-Armed Swordsman, which I got for like $1 or less from a pawn shop. And I got the Return of the One-Armed Swordsman here on DVD with Slippy Dippy. And I don't have the prices on me here. This was like $5 or $6, which was a pretty good deal for it. And then also with slipcover, we have the 8-diagram Pull Fighter with Slippy Dippy. Again, $5 or $6 on that one. Glad to get that. Some of these may have 88 films releases in the UK. But though, you know, you're going to have to pay a bit for those with the price plus shipping. Then we have, I do have the 36th Chamber. I did not have Disciples of the 36th Chamber. This does not have the Slippy. Again, $5 or $6. And I think one of these, yeah, this disc is fine. And then this one was a little bit more expensive for some reason. I think this was $8. It is SHAOLIN MANTIS. SHAOLIN MANTIS here. And I'm not sure what year, the years these movies were out. The SHAOLIN MANTIS one, I thought one of these had, like, the disc had some issues with it. Just looked at, not scratches, but the disc looked a little funny. But with this lighting, I'm not seeing it. Anywho, no biggie. But cool to get these. I do have a lot of these Shaw Brothers classic ones. You see they're actually numbered also. I do have a lot of them. And there was a few more in the Hamilton book update, but I already had all the other ones. I do believe, I think I already had all of them, so I only needed those 4. But I guess we actually got a nice half-hour update out of these. I wasn't sure. I'm glad that I waited and was able to have a haul video with like a full haul, because last week's would not have been full. I don't think I had, maybe I did have my Hamilton book stuff. I don't know. I can't remember. Some of these Redbox ones, at least, I didn't have. I can't remember what I had and what I didn't have. But thanks for watching PMacMovies. Hope you're having a good weekend. And if you want to help out the channel, I do appreciate it. Check out the description section for ways that you can help out. You know the drill. And we will see you next time on PMacMovies.